Hello. So we're launching a campaign today, and I thought it would be useful to do a FAQ. Really, not really FAQ, but any questions that people have asked me. I just want to answer them in a video about what we're doing. Essentially, we are raising funds to bring the energy floor to Barbados for our 50th independence. Hopefully, if we could raise the money soon enough for that. This has been in the works for a while, and I've been talking to a few people, but we're at the stage now where we're just trying to get the general public to invest in it. And the energy floor will then be set up in a mobile unit, calling it a trailer. On the low, it's like a mobile classroom, but I know people have an issue with the word classroom, especially, if you think you're grown and you don't want to go to school, why would I call it a classroom? Anyway, I always thinking about what people could be responding with because people do come at me with these kinds of why I call it a mobile classroom and not a trailer. So just imagine a food truck that doesn't have food in it, but it has up screens where we could be running video content, learning content, games, and all of that. We have the dance floor where we could do competitions on how much energy you create, or if I ask you a question, you have to jump a certain way, movement, exercise, all that stuff. Um, Imagine we have labs set up where you could test like the water quality of beaches. You can I have an air quality science kit so you can see what the air is like around you. I have a recycling science kit where you could cut up some paper and roll it up and make some more paper. And I have Google Cardboard and just other science kits that I've been collecting and getting donations for. And then I've gotten a range of some sustainable products from both businesses in Barbados and outside, like in the US primarily, that I met through Green Festival that I'm more than willing to donate like samples so people can see what sustainable products are looking like certain types of paper that are like recycled paper, and what else we have, bamboo sporks and bags made from recycled plastic, reusable produce bags so you don't gotta use those little thin plastic bags. All these things I have been collecting for the last 2 years with the idea of using them when we go to fairs or when there's some kind of community event. But then I'm thinking, imagine if we had a unit that we could move around in, and this is what the people power trailer would be. I want to use it to do workshops at businesses, so people don't have to worry about using their own space to have a workshop. I want to go set up, in communities where there are entrepreneurs. Anybody's an entrepreneur, but anybody that has an idea and actually sit down and work on an idea once it's related to solving some kind of environmental problem, which I think all businesses are. That's my mentality. But, some of the needs we have are to make products out of recycled anything. We could start doing that more here. Making products out of biodegradable, like all these coconut husks. There's so many things we could be making. And there are people who are doing them as well. So what I want doing these kinds of creative environmental sustainable solutions in Barbados and in the region. So what I want the people power trailer to be is I could say to one of these businesses, let's do a video and we put it up on the screen so when I go into this neighborhood they could see what you're talking about, or you could even come and do a workshop, or I could show them your product, instead of just depending on this online world to get to people. We need to use what works for us, I think even better, and that is events. Look at all the major media entities in the region. Well, let me not go as far as region, but in Barbados, you have our government owned radio stations. They have community events, big community events. Actually, yeah, they're starting to have pop-up parties as well, along with Q in the community. So our actual communication companies like that, are providers for telephone and so on, they're always sponsoring events. So I think events are the way to reach people. So I want to be up in that mix. That's all, basically. With this people power trailer and with the energy dance floor, I think it would be a way to just get people's attention, you know, because who's gonna listen to a video this long of me, and who's gonna listen to me talk, really? I mean, there are people that listen, you know, but we're just becoming a society where, like, you know, you got to capture people's attention quickly, and this dance floor can do that, and it can bring in people, and then they will want to have these little longer conversations. They're not gonna talk off your ear like this, but my preference is to show you, you know, different science experiments, like even simple things like how we test fruits and veggies to see if they have pesticides on them. Um, yeah, there's so many little science projects we could be doing. And I think science is a way for you to solve problems in your own life. So it's not something to be feared, really. Even if you weren't good at science at school, science is all around you. One of my best teachers always told me. So that's what I try to pass on to my students. Look to see what you understand already and try to figure out the science in it. And if we have this people power trailer, it'll be science all day, fun all day, dancing all day, and then I can have music on all the time while I'm working, because you know that would be the thing, you know, music, learning, science, all that. All right, I'm done. Thank you.